Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, which means we do have our weekly meeting this morning. Right now I am currently driving to the gas station and grab something to drink real quick. Today we do also have that well tank that we are installing. We're gonna go do that after the meeting. We gotta go grab parts, and then we gotta drive 45 minutes away all the way out to Durant to do the work. So that's the first thing on the list this morning after the meeting. We'll go into the meeting. We'll kind of now the owners that usually run the meeting, they are not here today. They're on vacation. So my manager is holding his own meeting, which only lasts a couple minutes, so it won't last too long, so we'll be able to get there somewhat early to get it all done. So alright, I'm gonna go into the gas station, and then we're gonna get on the road. Let's go. Alright guys, so we just got done with our meeting. I'm going to be driving to Lansing to go to one of our supply houses to grab the well tank and everything that we need. And then we were going to head out to Durant, so fun. Alright, once we get to the supply house, get the van loaded up, I'll check back in with you guys. Alright guys, so we just got the well tank and the tank T and everything. We've got to hit another supply house real quick. I got to grab a few things for the pipe wise. It's all done in PEX, so I got to grab like a PEX ball valve and just some other things that I'm going to need. But yeah, we're going to head out to Durant, which is about another 40-minute drive, and then we'll get this well tank installed. Let's go. Alright guys, so we are at the job. We got the well tank right here. And this is a whole tank T kit. Now usually what I like to do is take all this stuff and almost pre-build it outside. So that way I could just take it pretty much right down and it'll all be ready to go. Perfect. Yeah, so what I usually do is I just pull up a picture kind of the well tank, how it's set up now, and I kind of just replicate it. So we know that so we're going to go kind of something like this, I think. I know it's going to go like this. Yep, so it's going to go kind of like this. This is going to go here. Like that. Cool. And this guy's going to come off the side like this. Our TMP, or not TMP, but pressure relief valve. Gonna go like that. This is gonna go like that. Yeah, I just like building that kind of outside first, so that way I can just take that whole thing down, and then it's pretty much ready to go. Oh yeah, that's gonna go like that, and then this will go on top of that like that. Perfect. What I'm gonna do, I just thread that into there. I want a small little piece of PET or copper, and then just kind of go up like that. That should do her. So what I do is I just take a male adapter and I tape and dope it, a PVC male adapter. So you guys will see, but on this well tank, it's got a rise on it. So I usually do all of my risers in PVC, which a lot of people do as well. This one is PVC as well, but I know some people like doing copper, but 1-inch copper is expensive, so I just choose not to do that. That's too big. So I always tell people you can thread PVC into metal, but you can't thread metal into PVC, because what happens is that it will just break. So any of you newer guys that are out there and wanting to figure it out, so I do have a piece of 1-inch PVC right here. So we'll take 1-inch PVC and we will use the water line. That will be the water line for the riser on the coming up to the tank T, which is completely legal. It's fine. But what I will need to do is grab my Pro Press. Grab this son of a gun. Battery. Actually need that. I need to get another 3/4 inch copper cutter. Mine's, the blade is cut. It's like broke. See if I can reach a piece of 3/4 inch copper, if I have any. Do I not have any 3/4 inch? Ow. Yeah, I do. I'll just cut it right there. So I'm going to crimp these real quick. And get this out of the way. That way I can just put this back. I'm not going to need this anymore. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is get the old well tank kind of cut out. I need these. I don't know if that poly line, if that's like normal poly or if it's some kind of special poly. I don't even know. So yeah, that is the shebang right there, boy. Let whatever little bit of water still out of there. So yeah, as you can see, that is done in PVC as well. So I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It being PVC is fine. Alright, so we got the copper, or the PEX water line cut. I've got to somehow get this poly line. What I might just do, I might just cut it. Because there's more than enough slack there. That way I could just be done with it and disconnect the new. That's what I might do. I just want to double check this to make sure. No power. Okay. Oops. So I've got I hate these little M&M connectors. I think it'd be such a pain in the butt. So like these little connectors right here can be such a pain. Luckily, I've dealt with enough of them in my apartment maintenance days. One of my coworkers will give me shit for being apartment maintenance, but you know, that was a stepping stone for me, man. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about just like general stuff. I didn't learn a lot about like plumbing, but like just general stuff, man. Stuff will teach you a little bit. Okay, there's one down. So we always want to make sure that there's no power connected to it when we take it off, or when we, you know, undo all that. Because if you have power there and you touch those wires together, you're not going to be a happy guy. I promise you that. What I might just do, I might just cut that. Another trick you guys can do for these poly lines is you can just heat it up a little bit, apply some heat towards it, and pretty much soften it up is what you're wanting to do. Just use light heat. You don't need anything crazy. You know what we'll try and do is we'll try. I don't know if this is poly or if this is PEX. Huh. So really all you're trying to do is just soften that up so that way you can, pull it out. I may have to get on this side. Trying to do this on the opposite side of it is not working. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we'll just cut it. She's being stubborn, for sure. I think I might just cut it. It's much easier to push it on than it is to take it off. Alright, so what we're going to do, instead of trying to heat that poly line up and pull it off, we're just going to cut it. I think there's more than enough slack. I mean, really I've just got to cut it about right there. Easy. And then this whole thing will just come out now. Oh, Tanner, don't hurt your back. That's all I ask. We'll get this sucker unpacked, opened up. Ta-da! Isn't she a beaut? Pretty much the same size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Not much. So yeah, here's our outlet, or sorry, more so our inlet, I guess, or no, it's outlet. So that's plastic already. What I usually do is just take a PVC female adapter, 1 inch, like this, and I'll tape and dope that. We'll just thread this on here. Just be careful not to cross thread it, because it is plastic. If you cross thread it, you'll be in a world of hurt. And we'll just tighten her down. Better put some backing channel locks on that, so that way I don't snap it. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it anymore. That should be enough. So what I am going to check real quick is that this is set to 38 pounds of pressure. So on a 60-40 switch, we always set the well tank to 38. So this would be 2 below the cutoff. Which actually they usually fill it up a little bit more. So there you go. Set to 38 pounds of pressure. So you always want to make sure and double check that, because that one was set to like 42. Which, would it be the end of the world? Probably not. If you left it at 42, but just do your due diligence. Make sure you do the right thing, do a good job while doing it. All right, guys. So we got the new well tank in place. What I usually like to do first is get this put in, so that way I know exactly where it needs to go. So what I'll do is I'll heat this up again. We'll heat this up again. Because I want this to be nice and soft. Not really like super soft, but you don't want to melt it. You just want to get it just a little bit warm so it's a little bit pliable. And what you do, just take it, just kind of push it on there. That'll work just fine, just like that. Yep, just like that. So once we get that on, we'll just take our nut driver. Tighten her on there, make sure she doesn't leak. Give her a couple more. And then that way, I know that my rise has got to be something similar to that. Perfect. So we'll cut some pieces off. Oh no, I didn't grab a 90, I don't think. Whoops. Welp, bummer. Okay. So we always want to do our PVC first because it's got the longest setup time. You really want this to cure really good because you know there's pressure going to it. So you really want to give it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to really cure. Because if you turn it on and it's still kind of wet, you're going to have a mess. And we don't want to have a mess. We really don't. Alright, I gotta run out, grab a 90. I'm gonna change my GoPro battery as well. See you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so got our 90. We're gonna pretty much line this up with where we want it to be. I think somewhere kind of like that. Gonna be good. Perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll just glue this in. So just glue her in like that. Get this kind of, oh, that might actually be perfect. Huh. Might just be able to do that. I'll just slide that kind of back a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Heck yeah, just like that. Won't even need to put a coupling on that. Well, they just put a ring on it, like Beyonce said. Okay. Just like that. Literally perfect. I mean, literally couldn't have done it any better. That's pretty much it. I'll turn that off. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to have the customer turn the water back on and see if we earned our money today. This thing should be kicking on any second. There it goes. Now we're building up pressure again. And this should, yep. Okie dokie. Well, there you have it. It's working, so. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna get all this stuff out of this crawl space, get all cleaned up, and then collect payment. So I'll holler at you guys once we get done with the job. Alright guys, so we just got done with doing the invoice and collecting payment from the customer. Everything is working perfect. We don't have any issues, so customer should be happy. Right now we don't have a job, but I think it's because they just put it on for me, all day today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna go get some food because I haven't eaten anything today, and then call dispatch and kind of see if we have any other jobs for today. So alright guys, well, once I get done with lunch and whatnot, I'll see you guys when we go to the next job. Peace. Alright guys, so we're at the job. Customer states clogged drain. There's a bunch of road construction. They're putting a new gas line, so they're directional boring. I'm gonna probably assume that there's an issue with the main line. They probably hit it or something, so we're gonna figure it out. Alright, let me go talk to the customer and see what's going on, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, so we ended up going to that job. They weren't really comfortable with me recording in there, which is okay. I mean, not everybody is gonna be comfortable with it. I'm okay with that. But they had a floor drain backed up, and so I gave them a price to run a cable through the floor drain opening, through the trap, and I couldn't get the cable through. So what I did was I went and grabbed our air snake, and I tried shooting some air with the air snake into the floor drain, and it still wouldn't open up. I did about like 30 pounds of pressure, and it just was not opening up. Well, I ended up shop vacuuming all the water out of the floor drain, and I seen that there was a clean out cap in the side of the floor drain. Well, I pulled that off and dumped a bunch of water back into the floor drain, and it drained all fine. So that goes to tell me that there's something wrong with the trap, whether it's collapsed or it's rotted out at the bottom, or something's wrong with it, and it's not allowing it to drain, because there's a bypass in the floor drain for the trap, and that's draining just fine. So definitely got something wrong with the floor drain. I gave them a price on doing a floor break, and they were going to go to the bank and try to get the money for it. So I mean, fine with me. I don't care where you get the money from, as long as you write the check. I mean, that's the biggest thing. So hopefully they call back at the end of the day that they got the money, and we can go ahead and schedule work to maybe even do it tomorrow, so that way I've got a nice job to do tomorrow. So alright, well, it is currently 3:45 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go home and take a shower because I stink from sweating so bad. And then, yeah, we'll see what we have for tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace.